There are going to be times in your life that are going to tear you apart. People, events, circumstances are all going to bring you tremendous amounts of pain, suffering, and anguish. People will doubt you. They'll betray you. They'll break your heart. Every single person experiences some form of trauma that will leave a mark on them forever. And you're going to strongly consider quick and easy options to avoid or numb the pain. But don't. Embrace the pain. It's going to make you stronger than you can even imagine. The pain will serve as fuel to becoming the best possible version of yourself. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. You will have to swallow your pride countless times and admit you were wrong, but each of these instances will make you grow. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, this is all cliche bullshit, but this just shows that you're not ready to grow. If you want to achieve the life you've dreamt of since childhood, you have to understand that there are things that you don't know. And it's not even about what you don't know, it's about the fact that you don't know what you don't know. So many times in life you're going to look back on how you used to view things and be absolutely stunned that you felt that way. And you couldn't imagine thinking or acting that way now. But at the time, you couldn't even comprehend your new way of thinking. You couldn't wrap your mind around it whatsoever, but you assumed you knew better. And you don't. Don't let your arrogance and naivety prevent you from improving. Be open to new ways of thinking or approaching certain situations in your life. But keep in mind, you will be burned by people giving you false hope or misleading information. Most of these people are lazy, malicious, or simply apathetic towards you and your success. But this leads to the single biggest lesson that changes your life. As soon as you master this, your life is going to change drastically. And that is ultimate accountability. Nearly everything that happens to you in life is directly tied to your choices and the actions you take. When projects fail, it's because you're not trying hard enough, or you're not looking at it the right way, or you trusted the wrong people. When you look in the mirror and you aren't happy with what you see, it's because you're not doing what you need to be doing to keep yourself in shape. But at the root of it all is one thing: you. Learn humility and accountability, my friend. It's going to change your life in so many ways for the better. The world owes you nothing, and success does not come by chance. So when shit falls apart, know it's because of the things you've done or said. But failing is not necessarily a bad thing. As long as you're failing, you're still trying. The only true failure is giving up. Simply put, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. But the opposite is true as well. It's your relentless hard work and belief in yourself that's going to lead you where you want to go. Don't be afraid to close doors or open new ones, but know that these actions will have consequences. The important thing is to know that each of these consequences can be considered beneficial to you. You either succeed or you grow and learn. It's far better to fail a dozen times before achieving success than to give up only after a few attempts. Fail forward. Don't overanalyze your routes either. Just decide, take action, and course correct as you go. It's not ready, aim, fire. It's ready, fire, aim. Your level of confidence, experience, or skill does not matter at the beginning. It's simply a choice. Will you do it, or will you not? Don't be like me, getting into your 30s, feeling like you wasted your 20s. I took all that time for granted, and I'll never get it back. It's one of the hardest pills I've had to swallow. Accepting that I didn't try as hard as I could to achieve my goals. But I was fortunate enough to eventually learn this, and you have the opportunity to learn it sooner than I did. I don't believe in living with regret. It's a big part of ultimate accountability. Own up to your mistakes and learn from them. They become a part of you. Like tearing down a muscle when lifting weights, only for it to grow back even bigger and stronger. You may not be confident in yourself now. Nobody starts out that way. But one day, you're going to surprise yourself with something you accomplish. You'll gain just a tiny bit of confidence from it, and then you're going to utilize that and springboard to your next accomplishment, and you'll do it again and again, and eventually you'll understand exactly how strong and capable you really are. And when you finally get to that point, the world is yours, and life becomes drastically easier and better, but you have to take those first steps. Don't be so flippant on your path. I've been stuck in analysis paralysis for days, weeks, or months of my life. What are you good at? What do you love? Do that, and don't stop. Don't give up after not seeing the results you want after a short time. You will not see success immediately, but if you keep doing it, you will eventually break through. Throughout life, you will see countless instances of people that are much less skilled, less knowledgeable, brought up with lesser opportunities, achieving results that nobody believed possible. And you can do the exact same thing. Don't compare yourself to these people, though. The only person you should be competing with is you from yesterday. Nobody else is living your life, playing the game you're playing, and you're not playing anybody else's game either. Just play your game to the highest level you can and get better and better each and every day, if even just a tiny bit. Do not prioritize others or go down a path that you think will impress them. Your desire to please them, especially women, is going to slow your journey. The only relationship that should be prioritized is that with yourself. Your progression and growth is paramount and should be your primary focus every day. Everything else you want in life will come later, after you've proven to yourself and the world that you're capable, ready, and deserving. Don't be afraid to take risks. Everything in life is a risk. If you take a risk and lose, good, you learned. I've never once looked back and wished I didn't take a risk, but I can remember far too many times that I didn't take a risk, and I will forever wonder, what if? The haters, they don't ever go away. Just know that they are nobody. They're NPCs in the game of your life, meant to be an obstacle that you can smash through. Don't bother responding out of anger. It's a waste of time. When they dictate your emotions, they own you. And you must know that your words and attention have value, and they deserve none of it. Silently achieving success is the single biggest way to get back at them. Friends and family are going to be there for you, but at the end of the day, you're the only person you can rely on. Love, respect, and appreciate them, but know that they won't believe in you. They'll betray you and make you question everything if you let them. But you must forgive them. Don't let their short-sightedness weigh on your mind. Keeping grudges against people will only poison yourself. Ultimate forgiveness is a vastly important trait that will allow you to lead a more fulfilling life with less baggage to carry. Forgive forever, but trust only once. Karma is very real, my friend. What you put into the world, you will get back in return. If you show hate, the world will provide you even more of it, perpetually existing within a negative cycle, forever unhappy. So instead, learn to appreciate everything you have and experience. Even shitty circumstances can teach you lessons that will forever make your life better. Everything can serve as a boon in your life if you perceive it the right way. So instead of living in negativity, show gratitude for every little thing you go through. And the ironic truth is that everything will benefit you in some minute way, even if you can't see it right away. So when bad shit happens, think to yourself, good, I have an opportunity to grow and learn. By showing gratitude at every chance I get, I've only found that it's given me more to be grateful for. I went from forcing myself to show gratitude to eventually truly feeling it, and the world continued to give me more and more to be grateful for. Unfortunately for me, it took hitting absolute rock bottom before I was even open to this concept, and I hope that you can utilize this gift sooner than I did. I spent the first 10 years of my adult life in a relationship. When it suddenly crashed around me, I didn't know how to be alone. I learned the importance of harnessing the peace, efficiency, and effectiveness of solitude. The uncomfortable truth is that you were born alone and you will die alone. And the sooner you can accept this, the more prepared and better suited you will be for life. Other people will constantly come and go, but you will eventually be alone again. Learn to love being alone. Capitalize off of the opportunities it grants you. Many times, depending on others brings more frustration and disappointment than positives. That's not to say you shouldn't have a brotherhood or a mastermind of strong-minded people around you if at all possible. Unfortunately, I've not come across this in my time, but I am absolutely open to it. In the meantime, I have disappeared from nearly all of my friends while I focus on myself. While it can be lonely at times, I've accomplished more in this brief time than I have in every other year of my life combined. I'm still learning and getting better every day, and I will continue to do that for the rest of my life. A strong body and mind is essential to a man's success. Get your ass to the gym. Stop being lazy and wasting time and money on short-term gratifications. Getting high and playing video games will be fun temporarily, but you'll have absolutely nothing to show for your time invested. Instead of consuming so much content and entertainment, create something for others to enjoy and consume. You need something that you can give to the world. That is how wealth is accumulated. Share your gifts with the world. Being able to share your accomplishments and the results of your hard work feels infinitely better than wasting your time doing something that is non-transferable outside of the immediate moment. Cheap and easy dopamine rushes pale in comparison to those that take time and effort to earn. This goes from consuming endless media to pornography that rots your mind and trains you to continue seeking that short-term gratification. Your vices should be earned, not used as a way to numb and blind yourself to your stagnancy. A general rule of thumb is the longer something takes to accomplish, the better the overall outcome will be. Nearly everything that's worth attaining in life will have a heavy price tag attached to it, and most of them cannot ever be bought with money. So you will have to spend your time earning it. It's going to suck. But if you're walking through hell, keep going. You must trust the process. Just because it doesn't happen as soon as you'd like it to, doesn't mean it's not right around the corner. When you decide and commit, the world has a way of unlocking opportunities that were simply not present before. Aside from accountability, another momentous lesson that changed my life was learning to be stoic. Learn to control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Becoming filled with negative emotions has never once benefited me in my life, but I can think of a dozen times where allowing my emotions to take over has put me in a much worse of a situation than it needed to be. This can be especially challenging in stressful or competitive situations, but this will allow you to better lead the life you want and make the best decisions based on logic and not temporary irrational feelings. And while it's a remarkably challenging endeavor to control your emotions, those that have the strength and willpower to harness these emotions will earn respect and admiration of those around them. It's an absolutely worthwhile skill to work on and practice. At times, you will feel almost handicapped by your introverted nature, but the truth is this is a gift. There is an unbelievable amount of value and benefit to being the strong, silent type. I've found that listening is far more beneficial than speaking a good majority of the time. This is especially true of oversharing information, and speaking the wrong thing can very easily and quickly make things much worse. Sharing my personal life with others has rarely ever benefited me. Keep your dreams, struggles, pain, and problems to yourself. The best you'll get from sharing these things is apathy, and the worst you get is disaster and betrayal. You're gifted to be an introvert. It's okay to be quiet, and it's saved me countless times before. As a general life principle, always stay hungry. Always try to conquer your next mountain. Never become complacent or comfortable. Comfort truly is the enemy of progress, and discomfort walks hand in hand with growth. The world changes rapidly around you, and when you're staying still, you're actually moving backwards. Try to be proactive instead of reactive. Participate in the changes. Test the waters. If you wait and react, you will often be automatically behind. As you get older, the world will try to convince you that you are good enough as you are, but you're not. You should always be improving, always getting better, smarter, stronger, accomplishing more. The only way that you will be able to feel complete satisfaction is when you've given your all each and every day. Then and only then should you be content with yourself. Instead of idolizing others and trying to become the next person, the next Bill Gates, the next Steve Jobs, be the first you. One day you'll realize your potential, and then you can begin to forge your future self. You'll slowly transform into your true hero. Imagine what you want to be and do, and go and do it. Just decide and make it happen. Each small step you take will compound into bigger and bigger results. And I hate to break it to you, but times will not be getting easier for men. Society will soon condemn and shame men simply for being men. But the truth is, to get what you want and live happily as a man in today's world, you have to be strong in every way. Every parent wants a strong son. Every girl wants a strong brother. Every woman wants a strong husband. And every child wants a strong father. And even though you may not want these things now, that may not always be the case. You have no other choice but to be strong as a man, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and it comes with the hefty price tag of discipline, hard work, and pain. And last but not least, my young friend, get off YouTube and start working. I believe in you.